Shri K.C. Ramamurthy, the chairman of CMR institutions, and presently the member of Rajya Sabha and former police officer, whom I know very well, Srimati Sabita Ramamurthy, Chancellor of CMR University, Mr. Jaideep, Pro Tem Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and Dr. Subramanya, the Dean of CMR Law School, and a man and a great man in the field of law and legal studies in India and abroad, Mr. Praneshwaran, and members, beloved members of the teaching fraternity of CMR School of Law, beloved students, and their esteemed parents. It gives me immense pleasure to be in the midst of young brains virtually, that is through the platform, which is a new normal because of COVID-19. The academic activities have begun. Formal inauguration is a necessity to impress upon the students and their parents about the decision taken with regard to the admission of their children to this great institution. Many a times, there may not be a big reason for getting admission to a law school. Over a period of time, the students as well as their parents understand the efficacy of their decision. As a former judge of the High Court of Karnataka and a man in the field of judiciary for quite a long time, I can assure you that the students have taken a very conscious decision to get themselves admitted to this great institution. And if their admission is at the instance of their parents, I can assure you that the parents have taken a very thought out decision, well thought out decision with regard to the admission. First of all, I would like to mention about Mr. K.C. Ramamurthy, former police officer, who is now the member of Rajya Sabha. He is a man committed to provide good and effective education at all levels to the students who are part of the great institutions run under the name and style CMR educational institutions. Money is a lost priority because K.C. Ramamurthy, Shri K.C. Ramamurthy and his family members remember that, know that excellence is the requirement of the day to take India to newer heights. CMR group of institutions have varied institutions, 2 excellent engineering colleges, 1 college of management, which is an institution of higher learning, many institutions providing education in the undergraduate level, that is science, arts and commerce are being run. Pre-university colleges are also being run. And Miss Trishta, daughter of Srimati Sabita Ramamurthy and K.C. Ramamurthy, is a known figure in the field of education, more particularly the children education. Dr. Trishta has institutions by name AKIA. It's very difficult to get admission because of the quality of education that is being imparted in the institutions run by Dr. Shrestha under the able guidance of our beloved parents. Friends, as a former judge of the High Court of Karnataka, I am not interested in eulogizing anybody or blowing out of their capacity, blowing their capacity out of proportion. But I'm here to acknowledge their role in providing good, effective legal education to the children, to the students who have got admission. CMR School of Law has already focused by Dr. Subramaniam, was started in the year 2003. It has completed 17 years of wonderful journey. Dr. Subramania is a known figure in the field of law, is an authority on international law. He can speak on any legal subject with authority, extempore. He was the former Vice Chancellor of Karnataka University. He was responsible for introducing several novel steps in the Karnataka University. He has been a great teacher of law. He has an experience of 45 years of teaching in law. He is a teacher of teachers. Whoever hears the name of Dr. Subramania will readily acknowledge his contribution in the field of legal education. He was the head of the research wing in National University of Juridical Sciences at Calcutta. He was the registrar of evaluation in Bangalore University and the registrar overall. He has obtained a doctorate in law. He is a very simple man with committed ideas. Apart from this, he was the legal advisor to the King of Bahrain for 7 years. His contribution to the field of law speaks in volumes. After he took over as the dean of this great law school, many novel programs have been held. Many seminars have been held. Many great lectures on new subjects like maritime law, aviation law, real estate law, mining law have been held. Many great speakers who have acknowledgement, who have great proficiency in those fields have been the speakers. The CMR Law University has many clubs, including good sports club, literary club. Its library is wonderful. It is provided with many law journals, both offline and online. More than anything else, there is a group of committed teachers who are wedded to provide pristine legal education. Many of them have great academic qualifications. They are committed in not only providing good and effective legal education to the students, but also taking care of the interest of the students comprehensively. All the parents can be rest assured that their children would be safe in all respects, and they can also be sure that the students will be made to work hard, acquire knowledge, wisdom, and become excellent citizens of India. Friends, gone are those days when the legal education was being taught on a part-time basis in a corner of an educational institution with no proper infrastructure and library. There used to be only part-time lecturers. Few committed lawyers would come and teach at their leisure. There were no full-time lecturers. There were no lecturers who had excellent academic qualification other than the conventional law. things have changed. After the introduction of law school, national law schools, and 5-year education, the gamut of legal education has changed. It's true that national law schools have made a name for themselves. I don't dispute. But I can assure you, as a member of the Board of Studies of this CMR School of Law, that CMR School of Law is in no way inferior to the law schools. The programs, not only the programs conducted in the law school, but the curriculum formulated to teach the students is a well thought out, well calibrated, well deliberated curriculum. In the Board of Studies, we have wonderful people who have a great knowledge of legal education, people drawn from different walks of life, including great names in the field of law, are in the Board of Studies. When Mr. Ramurthy, when Dr. Subramanya requested me to be as a member in the Board of Studies, I could say no. I am also committed for the development of law and legal education. As a former judge of the High Court, I deem it my duty to take the law forward. Friends, the opportunity for the earlier law students was only to become a lawyer, take up traditional law, appear in courts either as a civil lawyer or a criminal lawyer or doing both, and if possible to take up judges examination, civil judges examination or district judges examination. Opportunities for a law student coming out of the law college was very much limited. But now there is plethora of opportunities for the law students who come out of the law colleges. They could be lawyers, they could take up litigation, they could take up constitutional matters in constitutional courts like High Courts and Supreme Court. They can be very well conversant with new laws like arbitration law, aviation law, maritime law, real estate law, cyber law. In the light of many companies, many multinational companies and many companies being in existence, students are expected to know many things about company law, accountancy, forensic audit. The moment a brilliant a student who works very hard and comes out with flying colors from a law college has great opportunities either to be an advocate or a legal advisor to a firm, corporation, or even be a part of policy maker. I would like to quote the wonderful speech rendered by Justice Lahoti, former Chief Justice of India, in M.M. Singhvi Memorial All India Moot Court Competition in the year 2002. Congratulating those students who had taken decision to get themselves admitted in Jodhpur Law School. He has observed as follows. It is relevant, and therefore I would like to quote the great words of R.C. Lahoti, former Chief Justice of India. Quote, standing at the entry of the next millennium, it would be very interesting to note the changes in the legal profession which are visible and perceptible. The traditional lawyer stands uprooted. There used to be civil and criminal lawyers of the trial and the appellate lawyers. This branding is vanishing. The changes in the delivery of legal services are not to be confined to right of audience merely. They encompass legal education, the problems posed for legal resolutions, and the organization of court hearings. There are employed and self-employed lawyers. There are advocates and non-advocates, general practitioners and specialists. There are lawyers engaged in drafting work only. There are consultants and there are assisting advocates confined to table work only, none of whom appears in courts. They need to learn the arts of oratory, persuasion, courtcraft, and manners pleasing to judges, which need to be found only in the arguing counsel or the counsel engaged for examining or cross-examining witnesses. The mode of practice to determine the learning and training which a legal practitioner should undergo. The recent decades have witnessed introduction of hitherto unknown controversies being posed by legal brains for judicial resolution, and the judges enlarging their jurisdictional net, touching new vistas. The Supreme Court of India can legitimately feel proud of innovating some such jurisprudential concepts and setting an example before the adjudicatory fora of the world. Basic structure theory of the Constitution as propounded in Keshavananda Bharati's case, which has put a few provisions of the Constitution beyond the scope of amendment even by Parliament. The supreme creator of law, awarding compensation in exercise of writ jurisdiction to the victims of violation of their fundamental rights, bidding goodbye to the principle of locus standi for seeking relief to a person or class of persons who cannot plead their own cause, as found in S.P. Gupta's case. Letter petitions and public interest litigations are few examples. Look at the mind-boggling exercises and lawsuits which the courts are inviting unto themselves and undertaking resolution with pleasure. The present-day generation, right of a newly born baby to mother's milk, renting out of the womb by mother and disputes as to paternity, motherhood, guardianship, and custody of the baby born are yet to be delivered. Human cloning and intricate questions as to privacy, secrecy, copyright, and frauds related thereto. Intellectual property and software, if can be called goods, so as to attract incidents of taxation on transactions relating thereto, whether time is property, and so on. Friends, I have only given a gist of what Justice R.C. Lahoti has observed in his wonderful speech. Friends, you have all joined this institution. You have to work hard. There is no substitute for hard work. One has to burn the midnight oil. Though there are several facets to improve your knowledge, like computers and other systems, they are only in addition, and they are not be all and end all. You can only use computer to know what is there. You have to obtain a hard copy, read it, study well, and acquire knowledge. Friends, all of you know very well that in part 3 of the Constitution, fundamental rights are enshrined. In part 4A, Article 51 has to be amended with effect from the 42nd Amendment. Fundamental duties are also enshrined. Fundamental duties came to be inserted into the Constitution by virtue of 42nd Amendment, that too on the basis of the recommendation of the then Minister for External Affairs, Swaran Singh. Article 51A speaks about the duties to be performed by a citizen of India. We must respect our national anthem, national flag. We must protect our nature, like rivers, seas, mountains, forests. We must not pollute them. And one more important article is Article 51AJ, which speaks about individual excellence and community excellence. You find this community excellence amongst the teaching staff of CMR University of Law. They are very humble. They are very caring. They are guided by their leader, Dr. Subramania, who has an enormous vision in providing effective legal education. Be rest assured that all of you have taken a very conscious decision. Though few of you might have got admitted at the instance of your parents, I can assure you that the decision of your parents is a good decision. You have to work hard. It is unlike other education. Law is an ocean. You have only few subjects in the law school. They trigger you to know the nuances of law. Over a period of time, you will have all the capacities to understand. Bangalore is a great city. It is called as Silicon of India. It is coming up as a big arbitration hub. You have Karnataka Arbitration Center, domestic and international, an initiative set up by the Honorable High Court of Karnataka under Section 89 of CPC. You have Bangalore Mediation Center, a center known for mediation in the whole of India. It has provided wonderful trainers to train advocates as mediators. We have Legal Services Authority, which is the social face of the judiciary. You will have all opportunities. You have bench of Karnataka High Court. Principal bench is in Bangalore. There are two benches, one at Dharwad and another Bangalore, another Kalburgi. There have been number of courts dealing with various types of cases in Bangalore, like city civil court, city civil and sessions courts, metropolitan courts, small causes courts, Karnataka State Administrative Tribunal, Karnataka Appellate Tribunal, then Company Law Tribunal, and then Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. So there are many quasi-judicial authorities also. You will have an opportunity to visit them, understand the working of those institutions. You have very good senior advocates in Bangalore. You will have an opportunity to be interns in the offices, in the chambers of great advocates who have a lot of experience both in the trial as well as in the constitutional courts. I'm very happy that the seats of CMR Law School are almost filled as usual, and CMR School of Law represents India because students from all over the country are here. Students from Northeast are also joining, have also joined. A mini India is found in CMR School of Law. I would like all the students to devote much of your time in studying, making good friendships. The friendship should continue forever. Friendship should not get disrupted the moment you go out to the college. It should be an eternal friendship. If you have some good qualities of singing, painting, and other hobbies, cultivate it. Law school always, CMR School of Law always encourages such activities. One more thing I would like to mention is CMR School of Law has always been in the forefront in attending national and international seminars, moot court competitions, and trial advocacy. And I assure you that the management and the esteemed members in the teaching faculty will not lag behind in fulfilling your aspirations. And the parents can contact our esteemed dean and his the members of his teaching faculty for any problem they face. A problem necessarily means solution. Solutions will always be found out. Try to maintain good health. If possible, do yoga whenever you find time. Keep yourself fit, both physically and mentally. And many new normals are now found because of pandemic. Virtual platform is one such new normal. And I am very confident that the moment you come out of the law college, field is left open. The moment you come out of the law college, you can become a judge of the district judiciary as a civil judge. Perks are extractive, salary is attractive, position you hold is a very, very respected position. If you practice for some time, minimum 7 years, you can think of becoming a direct district judge. If you work hard for some time, you are likely to be invited to adore the judge of the High Court also or the Supreme Court. You can become legal advisor to many multinational companies. You can be part of the policy framing unit in many companies, especially companies like PwC, Ernst & Young, Deloitte. They all require great legal brains because they are expected to make forensic audit of many things. You know, even in criminal cases of late, many frauds are taking place unless an advocate who has a thorough knowledge of accounting and company procedures, it will not be able to defend those accused effectively before the courts. Suffice to state, that field is left open for you to choose. Only thing is you have to work hard. I'm confident that you will come out successfully and will come out of the college with flying colors, and you will bring name and fame not only to yourselves, but also to your parents. With these words, I thank the CMR School of Law in general and Dr. Subramania in particular for giving me an opportunity to be in this virtual platform to meet and address the beloved students and their parents. Thank you.